Here we're going to do an overview of the inferences from dependent samples and their formulas. When having dependent samples, we test a claim about the mean differences from dependent samples, or we construct a confidence interval estimate of the mean of the differences from the dependent samples. And there are a couple of requirements for dependent samples. They are 1. The sample data are dependent. 2. The samples are simple random samples. And 3. Either or both of these conditions is satisfied. The number of pairs of the sample data is large, n being greater than 30, or the pairs of values have differences that are from population having a distribution that is approximately normal. So here are the formulas for this kind of sample. First is the test statistic for dependent samples. T equals this formula here, and the notation is over here off to the side. D is the individual difference between the two values in a single matched pair. Mu sub D is equal to the mean value of the difference D for the population of all pairs of data. D bar is the mean value of the difference D for the paired sample data. S sub D is the standard deviation of the differences D for the paired sample data, and N is just the number of pairs of data. That is the formula for test statistic for dependent samples. You can also get a confidence interval for dependent samples, and it is just D bar minus the margin of error, and then D bar plus the margin of error. That will give you the confidence interval. And to get E, the margin of error, you just use the margin of error formula. The T critical value multiplied by the standard deviation of the differences divided by the square root of n. But you could also get the test statistic and the confidence interval by using your calculator. So when doing the hypothesis test, you can use the t-test because it's only going to be one set of information. And when finding the confidence interval, you use t-interval. So you get the test statistic from using a t-test, and you can get the confidence interval by using t-interval.